In this video, I'll show you how to create a chip bag without a cutting machine. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is actually open up Photoshop, click on Create New. Once you click on Create New, we're going to do Custom Size, and we're going to make it 2100 by the width for the width and 1500 for the height. And we also want to make sure we have a transparent background selected. Click Create. Once you click on Create, you're going to, I want to actually show you something first. Let me show you this image. I have an SVG image, and if I drag it over, SVG images, I just want you to see, are already transparent, have a transparent background, so you don't have to do this step if you have SVG images. However, if you don't and you just have images saved, I want to show you how you actually remove the background using Photoshop. So you click on your image, drag it over into the Photoshop. It's going to drop it there. Then you're going to click on the check mark that's here at the top. And then we're going to actually go over to our background eraser. Once you get there, you're going to click the magic eraser tool. And then we're going to click on our image. It's going to tell us that the image must be raster size before proceeding. So click OK. Now you can start clicking on the spaces that you do not want to include on your chip bag. All right, and so I do want to leave a little bit of this circle, this ring around the picture. So I'm just going to continue to click the sections I do not like. Okay, that removed too much. So now let me show you how to get it back. You're going to go to File, and then you're going to go Step Backwards. And with Step Backwards, it's going to take you back. Okay, and then I'm going to keep it like that. So now I have these lines here that I want to erase. So now I'm going to go back to my eraser tool on the left hand side, click eraser tool, and then I'm going to actually now show you, let me adjust the size of the eraser. So click up here at the top, it says 73 points. We're going to take it up a few points, and then now I'm just going to drag, and as I drag, that's going to remove those lines. Okay, and I want to make sure I get all of my lines removed, because I don't want that to show up on the bag. All right, so now we remove those lines. What I want to do is make sure that I've actually removed everything, so I'm going to zoom in. So I'm increasing my size to 200, and then I'm just going to move the image around. See, I still have lines here, so let me erase those lines. And then again, remember, if you need to go down a size, you can do that as well. So now I'm just going to go around the image and just make sure there's nothing there. I see a little line there. Still a line here at the very bottom. So now we're going to get rid of that line. All right. And let's check on the other side. I see a little line still here. All right, so we're just making sure that everything is clean there. So now I'm going to decrease the size back down and take a look at it just to make sure it's exactly what I want for my chip bag. This is just how you use Photoshop to get rid of background image. Okay, so now we're going to save it. So you're going to go File, Export, Quick Export as a PNG file. And then we're going to actually name the file and then save it. You can save it to a folder or a desktop. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you remember where you save it. Okay, that's the key in this step. Okay, and leave it as a .png when you save that file. All right, and then just click Save. All right, so that's how you remove that image. We're going to now minimize and minimize this. So now we're going to actually go to, I just want to make sure it's there. And since I didn't save it to the desktop, I'm going to actually drag it over to my desktop so I can find it. Okay, so now we're actually going to go to the internet at this point. So open up your internet browser. I'm going to use Safari since I'm on a Mac. Go to ipicky.com, ipiccy.com. Click Create a Design. Once you click on Create a Design, give it a few minutes to load. Then we're going to actually go into, we're going to click on New. But first you're going to get this pop-up that's going to come. Just hit the X to close that out. And just give it a few minutes to load. It's moving a little slow here. All right, and then we're going to hit that X. Remember I was saying this little pop-up is going to come. Hit the X there to close that. Then you want to click on new. When you click on new, you want to actually change the size to 5x7. But when you change it to 5x7, you notice that your width is 1500. We want it to be 2100, and then our height to be 1500. Now here you can either use one of the colored backgrounds or transparent if you have a background that you're already using. I'm going to do transparent because I have a background that I'm using. So transparent and click create. Okay. Now click on add photo. So on add photo, this is where I've already uploaded my background images. I'll show you how to do this shortly. So then I'm just going to stretch it out to make it fit into this size, the dimensions that we created earlier, okay? And just adjusting my background to the size I wanted, where I want it placed and everything. Okay, so now I'm just adjusting the size. Once I've adjusted the size and I get the placement, I'm going to show you how to add a photo. Click on add a photo, okay? And then once you're here, we actually want to click on add photo, then we want to click on upload image. Over on the left hand side, click upload image, and then you're going to go to your desktop or wherever you saved that file, and then you're going to locate it. And so now that's what I'm doing. Give me 1 second, let me find it. I'm going to back up and type it exactly like I saved it on the desktop. All right, let's see if I see it here now. Scroll down. There it is, okay? So now, like I said, you're just gonna click on the file, click open. Once you click open, it'll pop up into the iPicky website. Then you're just gonna drag it over to your desktop. Once you drag it over to your desktop, you can now stretch it to the size you want it to go for your chip bag. Okay, and let me see what I want to do. Okay, so now I'm going to actually show you. There's this layout that I created with the lines exactly to the correct dimensions when you fold and crease your chip bag. I can send you this file if you would like it. So then I'm going to just drag it over and I'm going to stretch it to make it fit the chip bag page that I created here, okay? So just adjusting the lines. You want your lines to line up the correct dots in the right places. And just continue to size it accordingly. Okay, now that I have it placed where I need the lines to go, I'm gonna actually, I can see now the center of the chip bag is here, so I can actually click on this image over to the left hand side and I'm gonna actually stretch it to make it fit within those guidelines. Okay, so now that I have my the image where I want it to go, I clicked on text. And then when I click on text, I'm going to actually create the text that I want, the fonts and things that I want to use on the bag. So here I'm just going to change the color to go to match my background colors that I have here. So when you click on the background color, I mean, sorry, not background color, but when you select your color, then you click on text, and then we're going to actually type it exactly what we want to see here. You see on the left hand side. All right, and then I'm going to center it. I always center everything so that way it lines up within that text box in the right position. Okay, and now I have my words and everything just like I want. So now here in the online section, I'm going to use one of the fonts that iPicky has on their website, and all of these are free. If you do the local, then those are the ones that are on your computer. So online is what's in the iPicky website. Local is what is on your computer. Okay, so I'm just playing with the different fonts to decide what font looks best for this bag. Okay, and you can even find fonts that'll go with your theme. If you're having a Transformers theme party, then this will match with that theme. Okay, so it just depends. You play around and find what works for you, and make sure that it can be read easily as well. I think that's one thing you want to make sure you're doing. And I'm just lining it up as I'm playing with the fonts. Okay, I shouldn't say playing, but it is playing and enjoying and just seeing what works best for me. Okay. Do I like that? Let's see. And then now you can also change the size of the font to make it fit within the guidelines that are here, okay? So we see that's big, but I like it big, so I'm just going to drag it in a little bit and make it fit. So you can either change the size to the left just like you would in a Word document, or you can adjust the size on the bar tabs here, okay? I'm just lining it up, getting everything centered. All right, so we're going to end this video here, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to actually do is come back and just add another text box here at the bottom because I want to do some fonts here, and then I'll come back and wrap up and show you actually how to put it together as well. So make sure that you tune in for part 2. Thanks for watching. See you soon.